Hey there. I am Matt. Matthew Frenat. In this life of mine is the inevitable daily. This is as of late, where I wake up and it feels like I have slept the last 16 hours. I'm not proud of it at all, but lately it seems a recurring truth is that I am unmotivated to such a large degree that I have to often give up on my awakened state because in this putrid thing called depression and illness are challenges. And I have tried again and again to better myself, which is why it does turn out that I do stay awakened and I do manage to do some things and I do manage to record videos. I actually did record a vlog just a few days ago, and I'm an incredibly actually spontaneous person. Recorded it. To me, it was a beautiful vlog, except for one thing: you could not see me. I was walking outside in the darkness. It was pure dark. I decided I really did want to post it, but even just getting back home, even those 30 minutes or so already discouraged me, but not to the point that I wouldn't have posted it, but the Wi-Fi being offline is what sealed the deal. And next thing you know, there is no video, right? Now, I've been in sort of a... I've been in a struggle. I've been in shackles with my mentality. I feel I'm entrapped in this sort of movement of hysteria where the fabric of reality seems to not want to accept me and to not want to give me a chance. And what I've always told myself is that I'm thankful for how sane I genuinely am, because I feel like, with the conquests I've been through, with the journey I've partaken in, when the fact that it's been over 4 years now, I'm an overly honest person, right? But despite that, I do have some kind of filter. I'm grateful for that, because if I put what I think and what I feel is my truth out there completely, maybe it would reflect as quite significantly more hysteric than I've ever really been. The average person very well may have succumbed to their madness, and I've put out there that it is society that's haunting them and that is tailing them, and that wants them to suffer and to decapitate mentally. It is society that wants them to be led asunder. And in the last video, I hint at how, which I won't post, I don't think, I do hint at how society can be on certain individuals' backs. Yet it is clear that I am not a very viewed being through the public lens, meaning on YouTube I have a very small amount of subscribers. I did not even get a like right on the last video. I did get 27 views. It's clear that there's an abundant amount of people out there that are doing more with themselves than I am. But the truth is, as well, is that according to the visions of mine that I have seen, the lie is partaken in so that the truth doesn't come to be, meaning that there is an underlying working to society, an underlying agreement in society with people, with the people of our world and the people beyond, the spirits and the souls beyond our world. And I'm, you know, I always thought to myself that I was a man was that was mentally arranged by outside forces to be mentally deranged and disturbed. And the whole point was always that in the suffocation of my mentality was an inevitability which would have perhaps betrayed me, but which would have saved other people's lives. And the truth is that I am actually doing pretty well. You know, just the fact that I managed to sleep all day is certainly an accomplishment. Just the fact that I can do it and not worry is what I mean. And when I am productive, I still am productive. I posted a review on my second channel called, I know it is, about Portal. I think it's called, like, The Grim Something, The Enchanting Resolve, maybe The Grim Despair. It is short and sweet. It goes into the first portal. I don't know if I said Portal or Portal 2, but it goes into the first portal, actually, although the second one has been on my mind. And the whole point is that I have been productive, but that is scattered, and that is in scattered moments, and I could not right now provide for myself and work a job. But I started thinking to myself, I have a formal perspective. I am an eloquent writer. I am perhaps a beautifully intelligent man. So why couldn't I accomplish the scenario in life where I did find my success and I did find my rewards? In this societal game, what if the accusatory stance went beyond the physical means? What if we were preemptively destined to live out the lives that we will live. And because of that, people would see, hey, this person goes this far and this person goes this far. We would all know about ourselves before we became ourselves. And the point would be that we would be a judgmental sector where at the end of the day we wanted to have the ones that threaten us succumb. And our very base instinct is a competitive element. It does not necessarily apply to everyone. I felt it has not really applied that much to me, but it is pretty blatant judging by the metric of popularity that the average human being is quite a competitive thinker. And what that could do, well, it could mean many things. The underlying elements could lead to the explanation for the infinite amount of time that would exist, and how we would be living through or perpetual infinite lives, and how in that process I've always suspected that there would be a metric of jealousy. There would be a non-deniable jealousy that would breed out of the contempt for not being superior to another person. These are things that are easy to ignore. These are things that are massively easy to ignore if you do not pay attention to them. But I feel that in my hallucinatory visions, it's all too frequent. It is all too blatant. And what I mean by that is that what if in a past society, the people of the world would have cursed me? And I do think that despite that, I fought for myself. Schizophrenia would have been a compromise then. Maybe a methodology to receive information. Maybe it would have been a methodology to receive truths instead of lies. Because for 2 to 3 years, what I did with my schizophrenia is I treated it as a friend. I remember that between 19 to 22 years old, 19 to 22 years old, I mean, not between, but those 19, 20, 21, 19, 20, 21, 22, so more like 4 years, 3 to 4 years, I would chat with my schizo, although it never quite did communicate clear words to me. But I would chat with my schizophrenia through the feelings that it evoked. Since it lived in my mind, it became very easy to do so. And what I felt most of the time is that the schizophrenia actually had a touching, loving grasp. I swear. It felt like it genuinely did care. Okay? He cared about me. And then at 22, I started going through these trials, late 22, before I turned 23, but not that long before, a few months before. I started going through these trials, and today I have mostly overcome the trials. Compared to the first year, I have beyond overcome the trials. Compared to after that, I have mostly overcome them, but even a bit more in so many ways. And how I can say that is because not only am I not delusional, but the hallucinations since the start of my video, usually they're very, very, very meager and light. Since the start of my video, not a single one. They're all too muted for me to care. That's my point. I have been on medication on and off, but lately it's on for the last three and a half years. It is on with the medication. Completely on meds. I never miss a single day. Back when I lived at the second house that I lived in with my parents, uh, the medication, it was a turbulent affair for me. Some days I did not take it, some days I did take it. I considered it to be some kind of grander intuition, but really was just not the greatest idea for me. Because it actually has done some good things. So I appreciate that. I suspect it's more than the meds. It's a lot more than the meds that has gotten me to this point, but the meds, they were my safety net. They made me feel better about myself. So that's good. But I'm still a numb wreck. That's the point. I still cannot decipher happiness. I still cannot feel emotion. I still cannot resist napping, you know? I'm extremely optimistic, however, about the future. Because I will not lie, I will not go into detail, but I will not lie. My mind has been communicating messages to me that are a bit too blatant and clear. It would require being in my position to truly understand them. Otherwise, you think it's an inconsequential piece of footage or it's an inconsequential moment that doesn't amount to anything greater. I know better. If you're in my position, you'd presumably know better. But the truth is I do not really feel like talking about it. But what I will say is that I am extremely optimistic for the future leading me to a better path. I want to succeed in life. I want to gain some sort of legitimacy, and I will try my hardest to do so. Anyways, with all of that said, I am Matthew. I'm gonna go. So, peace to you, my beloved, my great man or woman, and see you another time. Goodbye.